Clare Daly.
Thanks, Ceann Comhairle. I think it's hard really to overstate the devastation felt by citizens the length and breadth of this country as a result of the findings at Tuam, and their horror and shock is very real. But it's completely hypocritical for the state to feign shock at that discovery. The knowledge has been well known, our dirty, hidden secret that actually many people knew about, and certainly officialdom knew about it. We know that Catherine Crowe in the National Archives found records in 1996 showing illegal birth certs, illegal passwords to illegally adopted children. We know of the internal report revealed by a former senior official at the HSE, Philip Garland, regarding the reports that were there about the epidemic levels of deaths in Bessborough, for example. Reports in the hands of the department, no action or no inquiries for years. So it is true to say that these are real horrors, but they are systemic of a society and a culture which did demonise women, and a deliberate policy of shame and stigma around fallen women. These were detention centres for pregnant women, and it is apt that we are discussing these matters after International Women's Day, and actually in the context of other discussions that are going on around this issue now. I mean, without making light of it, I actually thought the Waterford Whisperers headline in some ways captured the situation we're in the most yesterday, when they said Taoiseach's speech on Tuam to be followed by decades of delaying investigations, and that is not what we want. But I have to be honest, since June 2011, and when I asked Minister Riley about the 42 mother and baby homes, the illegal adoptions and so on, it's been kicked around from department to department. I've had interaction with 6 ministers, delays, excuses, inaction. I'm not targeting this minister or anything like that. It's a systemic approach to these issues, and I think the heroic work of the likes of Paul Redmond, Claire McGettrick, Conall O'Flaherty in the Irish Examiner, who since 2010 has been forensic in his examination of what was actually known in the state system about this horror. We have repeated questions and a passing of the buck on many of these things. What needs to be done now is what the survivor groups have asked us. Acknowledge the state's role, hold those responsible to account. Stop running from fear of compensation. There's no way to compensate people for what's done, but let's get the truth out there. They at least deserve that. The handing over of the records held in the homes and a full audit to identify all the children is utterly necessary, but critically, we cannot go to the next stage unless we see the interim report, and I could plaster my wall with the amount of requests I have made for this. It has to be the starting block of the expansion of the terms of reference, and all of those people, some living, some dead, whose history and identity were stolen and whose lives were ruined by this state, and we need all survivors included. There can't be a hierarchy. None are more important than others.